I'll never forget the sound that the bee made when I accidentally drank it into my mouth. My name is Dr. Jason Stone, and I'm going to tell you a short story about a time that I remember and provide an example of a narrative speech for the students in my Speech 1113 class. Today I'm going to tell you a little story about a scuba diving trip that I took when I was in my early 20s. Once upon a time, I was a lifeguard at the YMCA, and our YMCA was doing a dive class. I got to take the class at a reduced rate and had an opportunity to get open water scuba certified. You have to take a test, you have to spend so many hours in the water, and after you do all of those things, they take you to a lake or to a river or to the ocean, and you have an opportunity to demonstrate your skills and get an open water certification. So we were going to do our open water certification at Lake Possum Kingdom, which is a great natural recreational lake that is very clear in the Dallas metro area. So we got down there, we completed all of our dives, we camped out for a little while. We were there like Friday through Sunday morning. Sunday morning we completed our last dive. Everyone who was successful in that dive was now open water certified. We went back to the dock. We needed to get all of the gear from the boat back up to the truck, and there were several aqualungs. So the dive master asked us to take some of the aqualungs back up to the truck. So I grabbed a couple, trucked them on up, to the top. After I'd done, 4 of them or so, the dive master asked me if I wanted a beer. I was kind of thirsty, so I said yes. And it was hot, so I cracked open the beer and I was drinking a little bit of it. And I set it back down on the dock and went back to my task of moving the aqualungs back up the hill to the truck. So it was finally done with all the aqualungs and got them all up where they were supposed to be, got them secured, and then went back and picked up my beer, which was there on the dock. I took a hold of my beer and I took a big old long, drink on it, and I knew right away that something was really seriously wrong because when I took the drink, I could feel that there was something in the beer, but it wasn't just like a leaf or like a rock or some dirt or something like that. It was a bug, and I could feel the bug flapping its wings, and I could feel the bug trying to walk and stuff and do stuff on my tongue and in my mouth. I opened up my mouth, and I hoped that the bug would fly out, but it didn't. And I sat there with my mouth open for what felt like forever, and the bug didn't move. So finally, I decided I need to take a deep breath in through my nose and expulse some air out of my mouth, and then maybe I can spit this bug, out of my mouth. So I inhaled through my nose, and I wanted to leave my mouth open in case the bug wanted to leave. So to inhale through your nose and to leave your mouth open, you really have to kind of put your tongue sort of back here in the back of your mouth. And that's what I did. And when I did that, the bug that was in my mouth did not like that and interpreted that as a threat. And it bit me. And the bug happened to be a bee. And the bug happened to bite me on one of the most sensitive parts in your soft palate that you can be bitten, and that is on my uvula. If you're not familiar with your uvula is the little hangy down part of the back of your throat. If you watch old school Tom and Jerry cartoons, that's the thing that Tom, or rather that Jerry is speed bagging on. When the cat Tom eats him. So this bee bit me on my uvula. I now have a big breath of air. I'm able to expulse the air and get the bee out of my mouth. I ground him up into a fine paste there on the dock. A nurse saw what happened, and she was in our party learning how to scuba dive with us. She came over immediately and sat me down. She went and got her first aid kit, came back. She had 6 Benadryl. She was like, here, take all of these. Let me see. Shine the flashlight. She was like, wow, that thing's already swollen up almost as big as your thumb. There's a seriously good chance that your airway is going to close before we get you to an ER. Lay down. So I laid down. She took out a Sharpie, and she marked me up with the Sharpie and said, yeah, right there. That's where we ought to, do the emergency tracheotomy if indeed he needs one. So she coached my friend Kirk up on how to do that, and they sent me on back home. Luckily, I woke up at the dorms, and I could breathe and had no adverse health effects. And because I didn't really have great health insurance through my parents at the time, I did not seek any medical attention. I took some Benadryls, I drank some water, I took 2 days off of school, and I was able to return to school that next Wednesday morning. My name is Dr. Jason Stone. That was a story about the time that I drank a beer and accidentally drank a bee. I'll never forget that, and hopefully you got an example about what to do for your narrative speech from this brief anecdote. Take care of yourself. Have a great day. Go Pokes.